Hi guys, welcome back to episode number 6 of the Liverpool Career Mode. I'm sorry it's been such a while since episode 5 came out. I've been very busy obviously with the Christmas period, job hunting, etc. So I apologise for why it's taken so long. But I've got another post-com episode for you here, so I hope you guys enjoy this style. As you can see here, we're just looking through the youth academy, seeing who potentially could be available to promote at some point. The key one being the homegrown talent, which is Peter Clayton. As you can see at the bottom, a striker. He's 17 years old and he's 73 rated with an incredible potential. The only thing is that I'm not sure how realistic it would be to have someone who has like a 90 something potential just come up to the first team out of nowhere and get a lot of minutes in a team like Liverpool. So in terms of how we'll do it, we'll assume that he's like any other player, and we're not just going to like chuck him in straight away. He'll get some cup games, etc. And I'm not really sure exactly how I want to work it with the youth academy players. Like I'm not sure how long this career mode will go on for. So if it's a really long one, obviously we can continue playing with the youth academy players like long after other players have retired. But if it's just going to be 2 or 3 seasons, perhaps then obviously there's no point like getting rid of the likes of Salah and Mane, etc., and bringing in younger attackers from the youth academy like Co on screen here, who also has really good potential. But yeah, it could just be a case of getting these guys, loaning them out, and then maybe just moving them on. But let's get into the game now. We're playing Arsenal, who are currently second in the league, I believe, joint second with Spurs, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, let's get into that game and see if we can get a positive result. So here we are into the Arsenal game, and we get a really quick start here. Thiago on the ball, feeds through Mane versus Rob Holding. He just stands him up, squares it into Diogo Jota, and it's a simple finish for Jota, but of course he's in the right place once again to finish. And Mane, with yet again like a really good run, just goes straight past his man, simple pass across, and such a simple finish again. It was just a really, really simple goal. I'm surprised that Arsenal were able to give us such a easy chance. And again, in the 17th minute, we're coming forward, this time with Henderson, whose bombing runs have been really good. Um, and then Jota round Rob Holding again. He's looking out of place a bit, Rob Holding, in this game. It's been done by Mane for the first goal and then gets done by Jota for the second goal. Just too much pace and agility for him. And it's a really good finish past Leno in the bottom left of his goal. Just Jota with his weak foot. Obviously, he does have that 5-star weak foot, but in off the post, it's such a good finish. Rob Holding scrambling to get back, and he's just got no chance. I don't know why they're playing Holding and Chambers. It's a really weird thing. Like, obviously, they're not playing in real life, but I don't know. You can only play the guys we're coming up against. And again, here we've got Mane against Chambers, manages to stand him up, and he just tries to feed it into Salah's feet. He does get tackled, but the ball comes back out to Fabinho. Hendo clips it in, and Salah, of all people, scores a headed goal. He's completely unmarked in the box. Don't know what Holding and I think it's Gabriel, that are playing as the centre backs, but Salah with a completely free header, and that's 3-0 already inside the first half. Really poor from Arsenal. So much space and time and space for our players. And there we are, pretty much a free header for Salah in off the post. It's a great finish from him. And as you can see, the stats at halftime, they're pretty standard, 2.8 xg, and we've scored 3 goals, which is pretty realistic of our 4 shots. And then they've had 2 shots and had 0.3 xg. I can't even remember like thinking of putting a highlight reel of them attacking. So it just shows how poor they've been. And then again, Hendo driving forward the ball. It's been a um, real effort of him so far this season. Mane just again so much time and space, and Salah somehow manages to bundle this one in. I wasn't sure whether it would go down as a Salah goal or as an own goal or what exactly had happened, but as you'll be able to see clearly on the replay, Salah heads it. It hits Leno's hand and then it goes back in off Salah's chest. So it does go down as a Salah goal. Unfortunately, Mane wouldn't get the assist in real life, but obviously, for us, we know that he got the assist. That's that's pretty decent from him. But yeah, that's a very confusing goal. But Salah does get the final touch, and it does go down as him. So it's currently 4-0 up. Salah's got two, Jota's got two, as we're easily just playing out from the back. Arsenal just with a half press, nothing like some people pressing, some dropping off. And again, just Jota so much time and space past Rob Holding, and he's not missing that one. And that's Jota's hat trick inside the 70th minute. Such a good game from him. He's pretty much undroppable so far. This will put him to the top scorer of the Premier League after I think we're maybe 12-ish games, I would say, so far. But yeah, um, really good start from Jota. And on that note, I think we're going to take him off for Firmino because we need Firmino to get games. We want him to be happy. And of course, Thiago, pretty tired as well. Need to keep him fully fit. So when we can rest him, we will rest him. So Keita and Firmino coming on for some game time for Jota and Thiago, which is always good. Here we are with another chance. Elliott has now come on for Hendo as well, just to give Hendo a rest. And Salah just running round his man once again. Tries to find a reverse ball back to Mane. And Mane goes round the keeper. Bit fortunate again, but these two just putting the ball into one another and just getting a little bit of luck. And we've scored both times because of it. So as you can see on the replay, Mane actually does really well. It reminds me of the goal against Bayern when he goes round Neuer and just puts it home. And yeah, that's a really good finish from him. And then Elliott once again moves the ball onto Salah. Salah cuts in, goes for the spectacular chance for his hat-trick. But unfortunately, Leno makes a really good save. And that's the end of the game. Jota's the only one with the hat-trick. He gets the match ball. And as you can see on the stats, it was absolute domination from the first whistle right to the end, even though we didn't have that much of the ball, like pretty much 50-50. But in terms of shots, we had 10 shots, 6.4 XG, and they only had 4 shots for 1 XG. I could not find a single attacking highlight from Arsenal this game. So, what a win. So, we're now into the second game of the episode, which is a key game against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And Mane nicks the ball pretty much straight off from kickoff. And as you can see, we got a fast start in the Arsenal game, and as Mane spins Savage and goes one-on-one with Oblak with a great finish, it's once again 1-0 up within 5 minutes of the game. Back-to-back games, we've gone 1-0 up straight away. Mane this time, not even our kickoff, just nicks the ball. It's a great 1-2, I think he plays. Oh no, he gives it off, and then Hendo gives it back to him, and Savage just bites in a little bit too much. Savage, a bit like Rob Holding, bites in too much, doesn't have the pace to get back, scrambling, and it's a great finish from Mane past Jan Oblak. Such a good start to the game. And as you can see here, when Jota lays the ball off to Thiago, we've got a little bit of a counter-attack here. And Mane changes this angle of his run, and Jota takes the man out. And then once again, Mane with a 1-on-1 with Oblak, and he's not going to miss that. Such a good start to the game, 2-0 up within 10 minutes. And yeah, Mane with both goals. Just been so clinical so far in this episode. Whether, this is a sign of things to come from this, front three, I don't know whether Firmino will get his place back for Jota, but at the moment it's just been so good, these guys. However, Atletico Madrid would have chances to get back into this game, and here's one. As Herrera goes past Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold, they have one man extra and they just slide it across. Spare man is Antoine Griezmann, and it's such a simple finish for him. Does a silly celebration, of course, but that's neither here nor there. And yeah, they're back into the game. They get another chance here to drag it back to 2-1. Llorente on the edge of the box gives it inside to Griezmann. The ball somehow finds its way back to Llorente. And it's a really, really good effort from him with his weaker foot, but just off the post. And like with so many of our chances in this career mode, we get lucky at one end for them not scoring and then go straight up the other end. And as you can see here, when Jota has this ball, dribbles back into Fabinho, Hendo, not the best, but as you can see, the ball comes back to the main man Jota, and he's not going to miss that. Wasn't the best passing from us, but obviously we can afford to mess around with the ball in the attacking area. But Atletico Madrid with a really poor pass inside their own box, and Jota is the one man you do not want it to fall to. here we are with another chance. If you guys remember that Thiago goal versus Porto in the Champions League, I had to hit this, and it's a really good save from Jan Oblak. I did not think he was making it, but he scrambled across, and he did manage to get there in the end. We get another ball in, and this time Jan Oblak comes and gathers it. So yeah, Jan Oblak definitely a really good goalkeeper, of course. And they play out from the back, and they play a ball right over the top of us. But Joe Gomez, you'd expect to get that, but unfortunately he doesn't. And they go into Luis Suarez, and he has a really good chance to level it up just from that. So in terms of us getting lucky at one end and going around and scoring, they got lucky at their end, but they couldn't score at the other end. So there's the results. There's the halftime scores. As you can see, Milan and Porto drawing in our group, so that's the best result for us. We need a Milan to probably draw, and obviously Porto are quite high up as well. So a draw in that game is definitely the best result for us. As we go into the second half, Mane into JOTA lays it off to Thiago, and Thiago has so much space in front of him, and it's a really, really poor finish from Thiago. It's pretty much straight at Jan Oblak. Unfortunate there. He did have a lot of pressure coming on from him from the defender, but still, I'd expect someone of Thiago's talent to finish that. And unfortunately, no, that wasn't the case. But the ball does fall back to Jordan Henderson on the edge of the box, who strikes it, and somehow the ball again just falls to Mane. We've had a lot of that this episode, the ball just falling to one of our attackers, either Salah or Mane. And yeah, they've been very good at sort of finishing with the loose ball with not a lot of time. As you can see, this finish is very good. Ball sort of just falls to him, and first time just straight into the corner. Oblak with no chance. But of course, Atletico Madrid will get more chances in this game. Van Dijk sort of just lets the ball go this time, and they get the ball down the wing. Tried to cut back in, and unfortunately, I missed out on the ball. And they really should be scoring a chance like that. It's just such a good chance from the edge of the box, and yeah, they should be scoring something along those lines. I would be fuming if my player missed that. But they definitely came more into this game towards the end. Obviously, by this point they needed 3 goals to get back into it, but still, they did have chances. And as you can see there, that header from, I believe it was Carrasco, is such a good header to get up above Trent and Gomez. The marking is poor. Just you see Carrasco's run just in there, and Trent can't get across in time, and it's a great finish past Allison, of course. But yeah, that was that. We might get one more chance in this game. Robbo carries the ball forward, gives it into Elliott, and you're thinking, Elliott, this is your chance to score in the Champions League, but unfortunately, he misses. But as you can see on the stats, we perhaps got slightly lucky. They had those 2 really good chances they hit against the post. They had the Suarez chance. But yeah, as you can see, we'll definitely take that win. It was a much tighter game in terms of the stats than the result actually suggested. So in terms of that, we were pretty thankful for the result. So after that game against Atletico Madrid, we now have a tiny bit of fixture congestion. As you can see on the screen, we have a game against Southampton, and then a game against Everton just a couple of days later. Obviously, the Merseyside Derby, we want to win that game at Goodison Park. So, in terms of the Southampton game, I think if we rotate the team slightly, which we did, as you can see on the screen now. So we play Matip comes back in for a game. He plays alongside Konate. We have Robbo and obviously Trent playing as our fullbacks. Then we've got Milner, Jones, and I believe that's Elliott in midfield. And then we've got Firmino, Salah, and Mane up top. So pretty similar, and obviously Allison in goal. So pretty similar. Definitely a good enough team to be able to get a result against Southampton. And as you can see, Salah on the ball puts Elliott through, and it's a great finish. I didn't think he was going to get there, but yeah, it's a great finish from him. Opens the scoring, and Elliott is definitely going to be one to watch for the future. He's already here, to be fair, at the moment, and he's playing really well. Such a shame, again, as I say in real life, that he got that injury, but yeah, he's definitely going to be one of those players that we're going to be using. Excuse me, one of those players that we're going to be using a lot in this career mode. Can play in a lot of positions for us, so that's really good. Um, as you can see here, Mane got the ball, try and play a pass back, reverse pass with Jones. Unfortunately, Southampton get a chance here. Shane Long and Adam Armstrong playing a couple of balls, and They play a really nice pass in behind Kanate into Shane Long, and it's very easy for him to put that behind past Alisson. Comes and celebrates in front of the camera. One of Shane Long's probably most important goals there to score versus us. But we had a chance here. Jones manages to win the header. Mane gets the ball, tries to stand up Jan Valery, which he's able to back into Jones, and Jones with a thunderous finish, making up for his error in part for the Southampton goal. And yeah, that is a really good finish. Jones had a very good game for us actually. Definitely another player putting his name forward, putting his name into the hat for more regular game time. But obviously, he is young at the moment, but he will get times to play in the future. He plays a great ball here for Firmino, and what I like here is he just carries on with his run. He carries on. He doesn't think, oh, I made a good pass. He just carries on running after Firmino, manages to get the reverse pass, and scores his second of the game. Such good finish, really good from Firmino as well. Sort of doesn't offer that pacing behind as Jota would do, or sort of the dribbling that Jota has, but he manages to pick out a really good pass, turns around perfectly in front of Jones, and this time with his left foot into the top left corner, or sort of middle left, really good. But as we see here, we're into the second half. He managed to get a little bit of space with James Ward-Prowse in the middle of the box. Don't know what's happened with the defence. Jones is sort of in the middle. I don't know where Matip and Kanate have gone. Sort of dragged them out, obviously, and James Ward-Prowse goes to celebrate, getting back into the game with the Southampton fans. 3-2 now. Plenty of time to go still, so not too worried at this point in time. I feel like we still will have chances, but this is where our chances and our lack of finishing might come back to bite us. As you can see here, Firmino plays a really nice ball into Mane, and it's a good save, but they throw the ball straight back out to us, and Mane plays into Firmino, and Firmino scores, but unfortunately it is just offside. Um, so that one will not count. Again, we get the ball with Mane, who gives it through to Elliott, and gives it on to Salah, and we see Firmino running through. It's another really good chance. I don't know if Jota would score something like that, but it's it's a really good save from Fraser Forster, I think that is. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I don't know if Jota would score that. It gets a good hand to it. So I don't know. I can't complain too much, but it is a bit annoying that Firmino is not taking these chances. And then again here, Firmino, just the ball comes back to him. And he takes a stupid heavy touch. So yeah, once again, Firmino not been the best in terms of chances this game, and yeah, it might come back to bite us later down the game. As you can see, Firmino goes through again. This time cuts back, and you're thinking just slot it in the far corner. He goes for power, and yeah, it's not a great finish at all. And this definitely could come back to bite us. Firmino gets the ball here, just simple layoff, and he can't do it, unfortunately. So yeah, we've Firmino's had a bit of a stink here. Obviously, we do have Diogo Jota, but just trying to give him as much of a rest as possible, considering that he played the last two games, and we've obviously got the big Everton game coming up. And Matip makes what I think is a good challenge, but as he goes to clear the ball in like stoppage time, he can't quite do it. And Konate does get skilled by Shane Long, of all people, twice. And then they just put in a simple pass. Once again, no defenders there, and that is devastating. We've won every single game in the Premier League up until now, and we concede a last minute equaliser to Southampton at Anfield. James Ward-Prowse with two goals. We really have to rue those missed chances with Firmino and the sort of lack of finishing from capability from him. But yeah, that is slightly disappointing, to say the least, conceding a last-minute equaliser. I think in terms of the stats, as we're about to see, it was pretty harsh. You know, that sort of 5.5 xG, and we only scored three goals, and they had fewer than three and managed to get three as well. So all in all, it wasn't our best game in terms of finishing. But here we are. We have a chance to redeem ourselves in the Everton game. Gomez comes in defence, and we go back to our normal midfield of Hendo, Fabinho, and Thiago. And then, of course, Diogo Jota comes back in up top. And of course, our not Van Dijk slots back in, of course. He was never going to miss two games in a row. So, as you can see, we've got the best team available to us, but Everton have a really good chance. First off, they get the best chance to start the game. Van Dijk, I thought he won the ball there, but clearly he didn't. And Alisson makes a really, really pivotal good save. And the ball comes back out and Trent manages to clear. But it's just a warning sign early on. However, Hendo goes up the other end and he does play Jota through. And can Jota atone for what Firmino hasn't been doing? And of course he can. Diogo Jota is an absolute monster for us this season. Top scorer in the Premier League. Firmino just hasn't been brilliant so far. But Jota is the man at the moment. He's the man in possession of that sort of position at the moment. I can't see Firmino coming back in at the moment. It's not the best finish, let's be honest, but it does go past Asmir Begovic. I don't know why Pickford's not playing. DCL's not playing as well, which is another weird one, but I can't control everything in this career mode. And as you can see, Jota with really good link-up play with Mane. And I don't know, normally I try and cut that back with Mane, but it just didn't seem on that time. So I decided to go for the finish. And it's a good save from Begovic. We get another chance here with, I think it eventually comes to Mo Salah. Goes outside to Mane, and then Mane comes all the way across. Tries to slot it across, can't quite score. Then the ball does come out to Salah. He comes back in on that left foot and smacks it against the post. So we've really become accustomed to those sort of Salah chances, but unfortunately not this time. Everton potentially get a chance here, as you can see. James Rodriguez, who obviously isn't playing in real life at the moment, gets the ball onto Townsend, who manages to go past a lot of our players, but then once again it's a crucial save from Alisson. And really calm and composed play to get the ball out. But yeah, Alisson twice now saving us. And yeah, we need to be a lot more careful. James Rodriguez again on the ball, gives it wide to Townsend, who's been very good in real life, I must say. And yeah, they're just knocking the ball around really comfortably. And once again, Alisson with a really good save. Definitely my man of the match so far this game. That's 3 point-blank saves that have really obviously helped us. And can we go and punish them for their missed chances at the other end? And the ball falls to Diogo Jota, and unfortunately he smacks it against the bar. But as you can see, the ball comes back across. Salah slots it back in, and is he going to make the same mistake twice? Of course he's not. Diogo Jota with a good finish into the corner of the net, near post. And yeah, Asmir Begovic will be pretty disappointed with that, I would imagine. But yeah, I'll absolutely take that. 2-0 up. We probably deserved our 2 goals, but you know, Everton could easily have 2 or 3 goals, and I couldn't complain. And for some reason, it took them going 2-0 down in the 80th minute to bring on their best player, Calvert-Lewin. I don't know why teams aren't playing their best players against us, but as you can see, he has an instant impact. Playing a 1-2 with Andros Townsend, and Townsend finally scoring. And I was really worried here. I was thinking, here we are. It's going to be a repeat of the Southampton game. I'm going to concede a last-minute equaliser. It's going to be really sloppy. So as you can see off this kickoff, I was just passing the ball around, trying my best not to give it away, just across the back four, going into midfield, trying to get it back. But unfortunately, lo and behold, I end up giving the ball away just here as I try to lay it off with Mino, and Alan gives it to Calvert-Lewin, who then plays it wide to Townsend. I'm thinking, oh no, he's going to give it straight back to Calvert-Lewin and I'm going to concede. But thankfully, Joe Gomez steps in, clears the ball, and we get the win.
So after that episode, I apologise for the stop-start nature with the post-commentary. In the future, I'll make sure that I've definitely got my mic on record before I get into any of the games. So I apologise for that. As you can see, the league table, we did draw that one game with Southampton, but apart from that, we've still won every single game. The teams below us have one game in hand, but even if they win that game in hand, we still will have a 12-point lead at the top of the table, so it's going really well so far in terms of the Premier League. And if we just head over to the Champions League, after that game versus Atletico Madrid, we are top with 10 points, AC Milan just behind, and then followed by Porto and Atletico. Us and AC Milan are both through already, so it will determine who goes top. If we win our final game against Porto, then we will qualify top of the Group B. Looking around, it looks like City are going through top of their group. PSG could, they they could still be caught by Leipzig or Club Brugge, but I'm sure they'll go through. Sporting and Borussia Dortmund have both gone through already. Inter and Real Madrid are both through. Benfica are through, and Barcelona are on the verge of going through, so that's interesting. Bayern could drop into the Europa League. United and Villarreal are both through. This is a tight group. Any four of the teams could go through, I believe, depending on who plays who in the final round. And then in this one, any of the front three could go through. So yeah, interesting in terms of the Champions League. And then in terms of the calendar for next episode, we've got the month of December. So I imagine we'll do Wolves, Porto, Villa and Newcastle in the next episode, and then in the following episode we'll do these 4 games, playing Leicester twice actually in the Carabao Cup and in the league, and then we will be into January and be able to get our hands on some reinforcements for the players going off to AFCON. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this type of video, I apologise again for the post-com, but yeah, let me know if it was okay, and obviously in the future I'll get it back to normal. Give me a like if you enjoyed it, and feel free to subscribe with notifications turned on so you know when the next episode comes out. Thanks for watching, have a good day, bye for now.